Top of the morning to you, Mr. Dustin.
Was that Amish or Irish?
It was maybe a little bit of both.
Yeah, we should just develop these hybrid accents. Let's start talking about the English Premier League that we're going to be putting together a special page for all you football fans out there.
Yes.
And I'm talking English football, not this sissy American football where a bunch of people hit each other for a second and then they stand around patting each other on the fannies and then they go back and do it all over again. That's not what we're going to do. It's the real football. English Premier League football.
I mean, this is a hand egg. This is a football.
Yes, Americans are stupid. You call it football when you play the games with their hands. Yeah. Okay, anyway, yes.
Yes, welcome to the new show, the EPL Show. A toast to the English Premier League.
Bingo. By the way, if you're not a fan of the English Premier League or football, English football as I call it altogether, you gotta get involved. You gotta pick a team, you gotta watch it because college football is like like watching a movie. It's like really fun, it's really entertaining.
Which this guy is a movie pro.
Yeah, but it's like it lasts for a few hours and then it's done, right? Soccer is completely different. It's like a book, okay? Yeah, the game's a little bit slower, but so's baseball. So anybody wants to tell me that, well, it's too slow. Well, baseball's slow. But it's slower, but the details and the history of the teams, they're just really cool. The tradition is really great. And when you get into the actual game and what they're doing, because a lot of people are like, why does he kick it backwards and why do they do this? Well, they do it for a reason. It's all about holding on to possession of the football. But it's a phenomenal sport, and I think more people need to get into it. So you got to figure out any crazy way to pick a team. I narrowed my list down to 2 or 3 teams, and then the detail that swung it came down to Crystal Palace because my grandfather drank Crystal Palace gin, and I just thought that was hilarious. The Tottenham Hotspurs, which they were playing, the team I eventually picked plays them this Sunday. And then actually there were 2 more. I liked Chelsea because of the color blue, and I just thought the name Chelsea was different. And then the last team was Liverpool, and my criteria were basically they got to be a team that stays in the Premier League so I can watch them. If they get relegated down to a lower division and I can't see them anymore, there's no point in following them. So Crystal Palace was out because they get relegated all the time. Tottenham was out because I just didn't feel any fire with Tottenham. It just didn't. There was nothing there.
I'm a fan of Harry Redknapp. That's why I picked Tottenham.
Okay, no, that's cool. That's cool. It's cool to have a Tottenham fan. And Chelsea, to me, was just, they had been too successful too recently. And I didn't want to be like a bandwagoner Chelsea fan. But Liverpool, turns out, I was really into them. Their anthem is a great anthem. It's You'll Never Walk Alone. It's a wonderful anthem.
Sounds like something the Beatles would sing.
Yeah, pretty much. It's from the musical Carousel. But the version they play is from an actual British band that did a remix of it, but it's phenomenal. We'll play it someday.
Yeah. Literally, every third status he says includes the letters YNWA.
Yes, it does. That's what it means. And then the last detail, and we'll move on, is the fact that my favorite actor in the whole world, Daniel Craig, is a huge Liverpool supporter, and it's not fan, it's supporter. So I officially, and it was like falling in love. And now I'm swearing during the games. I'm nervous. My hands are sweating. I get up at like 5 a.m. and go to Barney's Bakery to get some nice donuts.
They have good donuts.
They have great donuts. We'll have to have that someday. But it's phenomenal stuff, and I love the EPL. So.
It's funny because in 4th grade, my dad and I would always go to Barney's every Saturday and get custard-filled donuts. Oh, man, they're good.
Gosh.
But anyway, it was funny because I finally actually got to watch a Liverpool game as I don't really watch it on the internet. And it was funny because I turned it on. It was, I think, 2-0 or 2-1.
Who were they playing?
Everton.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It was Everton, and then it was Lysinger, some guy like that, scored 2 goals and took the lead.
Romelu Lukaku.
Lukaku was his name. And it was funny because I turned it on, they scored 2 goals, and I said, now what do you think about me watching Liverpool?
And I almost unfriended him. I was so upset with that. Because he was talking shit to me. And I was really pissed. And what happens? 2 minutes left in regulation, and Daniel Sturridge redirects a header right into the corner of the net to tie it up. Luis Suarez almost scores on a header in overtime or extra time or injury time, whichever one you want to use.
Time.
Or stoppage time. There's 8 ways to say it. It was a phenomenal football game, but oh my goodness, I was hooked, and I love it.
Like I said afterwards, way to fight that game, Liverpool, because I thought they were down and out, and they found a way to fight. Good for them.
So did Everton. Liverpool was up 2-1, and they had an empty net, and they missed it wide. Would have been up 3-1. That would have been game, but no, it's great, and it'll be fun to follow the EPL. We'll update with tables and everything, and we'll do it once a week.
Since we only have a couple minutes left in this filming segment, we're just going to go to the FIFA draw quickly. The U.S., they didn't look out so good this time with the FIFA draw.
It's brutal, but this is the best American team they've had ever going into the World Cup.
Jurgen Klinsmann.
Yes, they're good. They're a good team. If they can get out of that, playing a tough schedule, it'll only make them better. Yes, they can get knocked out, but if they can get through that and move on, they have an opportunity to do some things. But yeah, that was it could have been worse, but that's a pretty tough one.
Yes, it could be the group of death. Am I correct? Or has the group of death been deemed yet?
That one's pretty close. It could have. Are we almost out of time?
Pretty much, but anyway, keep going.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's it's a tough group, but it's gonna be fun because after EPL ends this year, then we watch the World Cup, and then the EPL starts again. EPL, by the way, is basically 9 months out of the year, which is awesome.
Yes.
You get small breaks for like tournaments and summer, and then it starts all over again. So if you really get into it, it's like having a college football season almost year round, and it's great. Like
I've been saying to him, although he doesn't respond. We need to go to London and do a show.
We need to
EPL.
go. Yes, we need. Maybe when I have time and I have money, we will do a show at Anfield one day, and that's fine by me.
Maybe we should do next year. The Lions are playing in London. Maybe we should do a Liverpool game and the Lions game in London. Who knows?
We'll get to all of them once we have a little more money. Once I have some more money, we'll be good to go. We'll do Ann Arbor for the Ohio State game in a couple of years when they're back there, and yeah.
But anyway, that runs us. We're out of time for this show. Thank you, Adam, for coming.
Hey, my pleasure.
Great to see you back on
this show. See you again soon. Merry Christmas. Yes. I'm not going to say Happy Holidays. Happy Holidays to everybody, but Merry Christmas.
Yes, Merry Christmas. Next week, Bowl Selection Show, he will be on.
Sounds good.
We'll see you then.
Go Blue. Go Liverpool! Liverpool the Reds! They're the best football team in the world!
YNWA!
Watch your own trip and you'll laugh your butts off. It's a great film. Liverpool! Liverpool!